Hello friends, today we'll study about Bacillus anthracis. Under this we'll study about morphology, culture, biochemical reactions, resistance, antigens, toxin, pathogenesis, laboratory diagnosis, treatment, prophylaxis, and then we'll study about anthracoid bacilli and Bacillus cereus. Under Bacillus cereus, we will study about types of food poisoning, pathogenesis, diagnosis, treatment, and control. So, let's begin. Sporogenous rod-shaped gram-positive bacteria are divided into two groups, the aerobic bacillus and the anaerobic clostridium. The spores of bacillus are of same width as of bacteria and do not produce a bulge in the bacterial cell. Membranes of the genus membranes of the genus Bacillus are ubiquitous, present in soil, dust, oil, air, and water, and are frequently isolated as contaminants in bacteriological culture media. B. Bacillus anthracis, or in short B. anthracis. The causative agent of anthrax is the most important pathogen of the group. B. Cereus can cause food poisoning. They are generally motile with peritrichous flagella except the anthrax bacillus, which is non-motile. Now come to Bacillus anthracis. It is a causative agent of anthrax, a disease primarily of animals, and man gets infected secondarily. Considerable historical interest is attracted to the anthrax bacillus due to some reasons. Let's know about these reasons. First point is it was the first pathogenic bacterium to be seen under the microscope. That is Polander. One scientist named Polander in 1849 discovered these things. Second point is the first communicable disease to be transmitted by inoculation of infected blood was anthrax. It is described by the scientist named Darwin in 1850. Third point is it was the first bacterium to be isolated in pure culture and shown to possess spore. It is described by Robert Koch in 1876. Next point is fourth point. Bacillus anthracis, or in short B. anthracis, was the first bacterium used for the preparation of attenuated vaccine. It was discovered by Louis Pasteur in 1881. Now come to morphology. Let's know about the morphology. Bacillus anthracis is a gram-positive, non-acid, fast, non-motile, large, that is 3 to 10 micrometer into 1 to 1.6 micrometer, rectangular spore-forming bacillus. The spores are retractile, oval, and central in position and are of same width as the bacillary body so that they do not cause bulging of vegetative cell. In infected tissues, the bacilli are found singly, in pairs, or in short chains. The entire chain being surrounded by capsule. The capsule is polypeptide in nature. Spores are never found in the animal body during the life but are formed in culture or in soil. Sporulation occurs under unfavorable conditions for growth and is encouraged by distilled water and 2% NaCl, sodium chloride. It is inhibited by calcium chloride. In contrast, the capsules are formed in the tissues but are usually lacking in ordinary conditions of culture. Capsules are formed only if the media contain added bicarbonate or are incubated under 10 to 25% carbon dioxide. Capsule formation may occur in the absence of carbon dioxide when this bacterium is grown in media containing serum, albumin, and charcoal or starch. When blood films containing anthrax bacilli are stained with polychrome methylene blue for 10 to 12 seconds, and amorphous purple material is noticed around the bacilli. This represents the disintegrated capsular material and is characteristic of the anthrax bacillus. This is known as McFadden's reaction and is employed for presumptive diagnosis presumptive diagnosis of anthrax. When stained with Giemsa stain, the bacillus stain purple and capsule red. In cultures, the bacilli are arranged end to end in long chains. The ends of the bacilli are truncated or often concave and somewhat swollen so that a chain of bacilli presents a bamboo stick appearance. Now come to bee culture, bacillus culture. Bacillus anthracis is an aerobe and facultative anaerobe with a temperature range for growth being 12 to 45 degrees centigrade. Now come to nutrient agar media. Colonies are around 2 to 3 in diameter, raised, opaque and grayish white. Under low power of microscope, the edge of the colony is found to be composed of long interlacking chains of bacilli resembling locks of matted hair, the so-called the medusa head appearance. Now come to blood agar media. The colonies are non-hemolytic though occasional stains produce a narrow zone of hemolysis. Now come to gelatin stab culture. Gelatin is liquefied mostly at the top due to aerobic environment and gives a characteristic inverted fire tree appearance. Now come to selective medium. A selective medium that let's know about pleat medium consists of heart infusion agar with polymyxin, lysosome, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid, that is in short EDTA, and thallus acetate has been devised for isolation of Bacillus anthracis from mixtures containing other spore-bearing bacilli. Now come to let's know about solid medium containing penicillin. When B. anthracis is grown on a solid medium containing 0.05 to 0.5 units penicillin per ml in 3 to 6 hours, the cells become large, spherical, and occurs in chains on the surface of the agar resembling a string of pearls. This string of pearls reaction is useful in differentiation of B. anthracis from B. cereus and other aerobic spore barriers. B. anthracis is susceptible to gamma phase. This is another characteristic which differentiates it from B. cereus. Now come to biochemical reactions. Glucose, maltose and sucrose are fermented with production of acid only. Catalase is formed and nitrates are reduced to nitrites. Now come to resistance. Vegetative form. It gets killed at 60 degrees centigrade in 30 minutes. Come to spore form. Spores of many stains resist dry heat at 140 degrees centigrade for 1 to 3 hours and boiling for 10 minutes. They remain viable for years in environment such as in soil. Spores are destroyed by 4% potassium permanganate solution in 15 minutes. Next point is autoclaving, that is at 121 degrees centigrade 15 lbs and per in square for 15 minutes. In survive in they survive in 5% phenol for weeks. Destruction of the spores in animal product is achieved by dockering, in which 2% formaldehyde is used at 30 to 40 degrees centigrade for 20 minutes for disinfection of wool, while 0.25% solution is used at 60 degrees centigrade for 6 hours for animal hair and bristles. The anthrax bacillus is susceptible to penicillin, streptomycin, erythromycin, tetracycline, and chloramphenicol. Now come to antigen. These are of three types. One is capsular antigen, cellular antigen, and next third is somatic antigen. Let's know about capsular antigen. It is it is present in virulent strain and consists of a polypeptide and acts as heptin. Cellular antigen, that is polysaccharide. Cellular antigen, that is polysaccharide. Third point is somatic antigen. It is heart labile protein present in bacterial body. It stimulates immune system to produce the antibody which is protective in nature. Now come to toxin. The virulence of anthrax bacilli depends on two factors, an extracellular toxin and a capsular polypeptide. The toxin consists of three components, namely the oedema factor, the protective antigen, and the lethal factor. These are not toxic individually, but a mixture of all three produces a anthrax toxic complex. The production of toxin is controlled by a plasmid. These factors have been characterized and cloned. PA binds to the receptor on the target cell surface and provides attachment sites for OF or LF. OF is an adenyl cyclase which is activated only inside the target cells and lead to intracellular accumulation of cyclic AMP. This is thought to be responsible for the oedema and other effects of the toxin. LF causes cell death, but the mechanism of action is not known. The capsular polypeptide is controlled by a plasmid and aids virulence by inhibiting phagocytosis. Now come to pathogenesis. Anthrax is primarily a disease of animals like cattle and sheep, and less often of horses and swine. Infection occurs in susceptible animals by ingestion of the spores present in the soil. Direct spread of disease from animal to animal is rare. Infected animals discharge large number of bacilli from the mouth, nose, and rectum. These bacilli sporulate in soil and remains in the source of infection. The disease is usually a septicemic but may sometimes be localized. Now let's know about human anthrax. Humans are occasionally secondary infected from diseased animals. These are three clinical types of disease placed on route of infection: cutaneous, pulmonary, and intestinal anthrax. All types leads to sepsemia meningitis. Cutaneous anthrax follows entry of the spores through abraded skin. The face, neck, hands, and back are commonly affected sites. This is commonly found in farmers and persons handling carcasses. The lesions start as a papule which becomes vesicle containing fluid. The acute inflammation reaction leads to congestion and edema of the area with a central necrotic lesion which is covered by a black eschar. The name anthrax, meaning coal, comes from the eschar which is black colored. The lesion is called malignant pustule. Cutaneous anthrax may resolve spontaneously but may sometimes lead to fatal septicemia and meningitis. Pulmonary anthrax occurs due to inhalation of the dust or filaments of wool from infected animals, particularly in wool's factory. This is also called wool sorter's disease. The infection is characterized by hemorrhagic bronchopneumonia, often followed by septicemia. It is a high fatality rate. Intestinal anthrax is rare in man and is found in those who consume properly cooked infected meat. Ingestion of spores causes violent entries with bloody diarrhea with high case fatality. Cutaneous, intestinal, or pulmonary anthrax, if not treated in time, leads to septicemic anthrax and death occurs. Now come to laboratory diagnosis. First is specimens, swabs, fluids, or pus from pursuits, sputum, and blood from pulmonary and septicemic anthrax are generally collected. Personnel should be Laboratory personnel should take additional protective precautions against infection during handling the material. Now come to microscopy. Gram stained smear with from the specimen shows of a chain of large gram-positive bacilli. Capsule appears as a clear hollow around the bacterium by India ink staining. Now come to McFadden's reaction. McFadden's reaction. When blood films are stained with the polychrome methylene blue for 10 to 12 seconds and examined under the microscope, an amorphous purple material is noticed around the bacilli. This represents the disintegrated capsular material and is a characteristic of B. anthracis. This reaction is employed for the presumptive diagnosis in animals. Now come to culture. Specimen is inoculated on nutrient agar medium and incubated at 37 degrees centigrade for overnight. Medusa head colonies appear on the medium. Smears made from these colonies show typical gram-positive spore-bearing bacilli. Gelatin stab culture shows inverted tree appearance. Now come to animal inoculation. White mouse or guinea pigs are injected with exudate or culture. Animal dies in 36 to 48 hours. Smears made from heart, blood and sputum show bacilli. Now come to serology, that is Ascoli thermoprecipitin test. The tissues are ground up in saline and boiled for 5 minutes and filtered. When this extract is layered over the anti-anthrax serum in a narrow tube, a ring of precipitate appears in the junction of two liquids within 5 minutes in a positive case. It is mainly used for rapid diagnosis when the sample received is putrid and viable bacilli are unlikely to be found. Now come to polymerase chain reaction. It is used for confirmation of anthrax bacillus. In the wake of bioterrorism experience in the USA in 2001, the Centers for Disease Control, in short CDC, have appeared guidelines for identification of B. anthracis. For presumptive identification of anthrax, large gram-positive bacilli with the general morphology of anthrax bacillus and a non-motile, non-hemolytic on blood agar and cultural features of anthrax bacillus catalase positive. For initial confirmation, lysis by gamma phase, direct fluorescent antibody test. For further confirmation, polymerase chain reaction we can test. Now come to treatment. Doxycycline and ciprofloxacin are used for treatment. Antibiotics are ineffective once toxin is formed, although it may reduce the case fatality rate. Now come to prophylaxis. Prevention is mainly by general methods such as improvement of factory hygiene and proper sterilization of animal products like wool. Carcasses of animals suspected to have anthrax are buried deep in lime. Animals are to be protected by active immunization, as spore is the common infective form in nature. Sterin vaccine contains spores of a non-capsulated avirulent mutant strain. This avirulent mutant strain is obtained by loss of two plasmids which encode the anthrax toxin, that is P into 01, and capsular polypeptide, that is P into 02 production. The animal is protected for a year with a single injection of spore vaccine. It is extensively used in animals, however, it is not safe for human use. Alum precipitated toxoid prepared from the protective antigen has been used in persons occupationally exposed to anthrax infection. It has been shown to be safe and effective. It is given in 3 doses intramuscularly at intervals of 6 weeks and 6 months. A booster dose may be given after 1 year. Now come to anthracoid bacilli. Aerobic spore-bearing bacilli resembling B. anthracis are called anthracoid or pseudoanthrax bacilli. Some of them are frequent laboratory contaminants and have to be differentiated from B. anthracis. B. subtilis may act as opportunistic pathogen, causing eye infections and septicemia. B. licheniform formalis has also been incriminated in patients of food poisoning. Spores of Bacillus stereothermophilus are used to test the efficacy of sterilization by autoclaves. Some species of Bacillus are important as producers of antibiotics such as bacitracin, tyrosine, and polymyxins. The most of anthracoid bacilli can be differentiated easily from the anthracis bacillus, but some, like non-motile strain of B. cereus, may resemble B. anthracis. The main differentiating feature between anthracoid bacilli and B. anthracis and will study. Now come to Bacillus cereus. B. cereus has assumed importance as a cause of food poisoning. It is widely distributed in nature such as soil, vegetables, milk, cereals, spices, meat, and poultry. Some spores survive cooking and germinate into vegetative bacilli which produce enterotoxin and that cause food poisoning. Now come to types of food poisoning. First is short incubation period type, that is from 1 to 5 hours. It is characterized by acute nausea and vomiting 1 to 5 hours after the meal. Diarrhea is not common. It is usually associated with consumption of cooked rice, usually fried rice and from Chinese restaurants. B. cereus is present in large number in the cooked rice as well as in fecal samples of these patients. Now come to second food poisoning. Second type of food poisoning, that is long incubation period type, that is 8 to 16 hours. It is characterized by acute abdominal pain and diarrhea 8 to 16 hours after ingestion of contaminated food. Vomiting is rare. The fecal sample contains small number of B. cereus. Now come to B. cereus means Bacillus cereus. Now come to B. Second point is pathogenesis. The disease is due to enterotoxin production. The long incubation type, that is diarrheal disease, is caused by serotypes 2, 6, 8, 9, 10 or 12, while the short incubation type, emetic type, is caused by serotype 1, 3 or 5 of B. cereus strains. Isolated from the diarrhea diarrheal type of disease produce an enterotoxin which resembles heat labile enterotoxin of E. coli. Strains that cause the emetic type of disease produce a toxin which resembles staphylococcal enterotoxin. Two mechanisms of action, one involving stimulation of SCAMP system and the other independent of it, have been described for the enterotoxin of B series. Now come to diagnosis. Suspected food, fishes, and vomitus are cultured on ordinary media or a special mannitol egg yolk phenol red polymyxin agar insert MYPA medium spore bearing gram positive bacilli may be seen on smear from colonies. B series is a Bacillus cereus is a motile bacillus, non-capsulated, non-susceptible to gamma phage and does not react with fluorescent antibody conjugate. It produces lecithinase and formate glucose but not mannitol. Now come to treatment. Disease is mild and self-limiting, requiring no specific treatment. Now come to control. How to control it? Adequate food hygiene is to be maintained while storing cooked food, especially rice, and reheating should be rapid. Finally finished. Any questions regarding bacillus you can ask me in the comment box and subscribe my channel to know more updates. Thank you.